It's become a policy of mine to not mention if I start working somewhere new, because the trajectory of these jobs over the past 5, 6, 7 months is that they'll, in quotation marks, hire me, and then after about, I'd say, a week or 2 weeks, I'm just like, yeah, this is stupid, and I get out of there. And this place is kind of, it looks like they're going to head down the same direction. I mean, I don't think I'll quit. I think they'll just get rid of me. When someone tells you on your first day that you're halfway to being fired, you already know where the what direction you're going in. But yesterday I was driving over there. Shift was supposed to start, 10 in the morning, and I'm right by the street that they're on. I'm about 2 blocks down. I'm very close. The shift again starts at 10 o'clock. I receive a text message about little over 30 minutes before the shift will start. Hey, due to our, whatever the explanation was, please take the day off. Thank you. And I get this message, and I always would talk about that stupid restaurant I was with and the whole, one shift a week thing, but at least for as bad as they were, on their company app, they would tell you typically the night before, hey, don't come today. The only time I ever remembered them, doing something on such short notice like this was one time I was driving over there, and I got a text message that said, hey, can you come later on tonight instead of right now? And it was so goofy, because it's like, imagine like being on the freeway to get to your job, like you're en route, right? And they're like, hey, can you instead come hours and hours later? So that was, just goofy. But the issue here, it's not even like, oh, they canceled on me, because I'm used to that with these places. Even the ones that say that they're stable or 40 hours a week or whatever, that they can show how flimsy they are. I'm more so upset or bothered by how short notice it was. A lot of people don't live by where they work, like down the street or anything. So sometimes the travel time's 30 minutes, an hour. I'm the kind of person where I've been late to jobs that were 20 or 30 miles away before, and I try to mitigate that by always leaving an amount of time that is comfortable enough for me to ensure I arrive on time regardless of traffic. So this place is about 30 minutes away from me if traffic is regular or, light or whatever. But just to make sure that I get there on time, I like to leave at least a full hour before the shift will start. And when you cancel on me less than a little bit over half an hour before it's supposed to begin, I think it's reasonable to infer that I may have been en route to the job, and thus, that's really the issue here. It's not really being canceled on. It's more so just how, like, the proximity of it to when your shift was going to start. Because if I knew they were, not going to use me yesterday, I would have just kept laying down. And man, it's like you drive all the way over there. Hey, we knew we said you're supposed to come today, but never mind. I don't know. It's just another sign of the times. Employers are, what can I say? Even the ones that give supposed stable work are flaky. And I was even having this conversation with someone today where I said, it really looks realistically like I might have to get 2 jobs just to be able to always hit a certain threshold of hours. Because even one that says, oh, we're 20 hours a week, we're 30 hours a week, they can just cut that down whenever they feel like it. They can pull a rabbit out of their backside to stop you from working as much as they want. Man, it's hard for me to believe that they had no idea that they were going to have the whatever the excuse was up until half hour before the shift starts. And like I said, the issue is that I drove all the way down there and I was so close, and then, oh no, go head back, no bother. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of places being unstable and flaky, but I do think this will probably end in me getting terminated instead of quitting, because I do find that like the work interesting in terms of it's something that I think if they weren't as rigid in certain aspects, I probably could last a while there. But I also believe that you know, when people don't want you to work somewhere, they look for any reason to let you go. So we'll see. But yeah, this was not even not even one full week into being an employee there, and you're already getting. I mean, just hey, thanks for driving over here, but we don't need you, so you can go home, man.